Hello, beautiful people. My name is Bobby Levine. Up in this corner is Jeff Webb.
Hey.
I'm guessing on this right now because on my screen it is not there. I got no one above me. I'm pointing to nobody here. Jeff Webb's right here. Coming back for the third time. Is that correct?
Maybe.
Second in person. What she called in once.
That's true.
Yeah.
True.
Above me, Anne-Marie Crawmer. And then next to me, he's called in twice. Now it will be on once. My best friend, his real name is Brett Campbell, but we call him Soup. And we will be talking about bad roommates. This is the second time with this, part 2. We got into it a little bit 2+ months ago before this whole pandemic thing hit. And we're back at it. So I do have to go over our sponsors. I am wearing the lovely Chase and Tail Adventure t-shirt. Go to the website, www.chaseandtailadventure.com, or go to the Instagram page @chaseandtailadventure. Use the promo code Untitled to get 20% off your purchase. It's turkey season. They were out today shooting turkeys and stuff like that. They had a good time. And then Elevate Cryotherapy and Wellness. Go to the website, elevatecryowellness.com. Use the promo code Untitled to receive 20% off. All right, I am going to do a smelling salt. I'm going to dive right into this. You guys can't do this, and I'm very sad you can't.
Hey, I saw that you caught some sea creatures in your shirt.
Real
shirt.
Yeah, I got some catfish. The sun's setting. Oh my God, this is strong, Jeff.
Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly what it was, and I didn't want to be embarrassed and called out on it. So I just said sea creature.
All right, so we're going to talk about crazy bad roommates, like we did last time. Anne-Marie, you described your story. No, my sister wants to try it. Yeah, let's do it.
We'll be here next week.
Yeah, come on in.
Yeah, come on in. Say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Say hi to everyone on Facebook.
Oh, what's up?
Hey,
Awful.
Oh, yeah.
what's up, Jack?
Haven't changed nothing.
Smell this real quick. It's wearing off, too.
Oh, that's awful.
It's bad.
It's fine. That clipped us to hell, but oh well.
That was, yeah.
That's good.
All right. If you haven't listened to part 1, Anne-Marie, can you please just go back to where you were living on campus?
Yes.
Because I got questions. We got interrupted by Brett's phone call, Sue's phone call then, and we got off sidetrack. I re-listened to the podcast today. Go ahead.
Needed a sip of this before I started. Yeah. So I was doing summer classes. I was living in an old renovated frat house. It was a dump. And I was living right off of Ohio State's High Street, which is like our bar district, if you haven't been there. And it's a really sketchy area of campus. I was only there for 3 months, so I was like, fine, it'll be fine. One night, it's 3 a.m. on a Monday. I wake up, and the way I describe it is, when you're a little kid, you see like the clothes on your chair and a pile in the corner of your room. You're like, oh my God, is that a person? And of course it's not. But I wake up at 3 a.m. because I heard something, and I'm laying down in bed, and it's dark. My eyes are still kind of adjusting, and there's this thing in front of me, and I'm like, oh, like it must be my coat or something. And I kind of am coming to, and I hear breathing. And long story short, I was on the first floor. I was the only bedroom on the first floor. Someone had opened my window, jumped in, and had like crouched next to me in my bedroom, literally like 3 feet in front of my face. So I screamed, ran out of the room. My first instinct was to go to the kitchen and grab 2 steak knives. And I'm running and screaming and going crazy. But he ended up getting away with like my wallet, my phone, my purse, and not a good time. I can laugh about it now, but that was about almost exactly a year ago. It was May 20th of 2019. So
that was my question we didn't get into was he broke in through your window.
Yeah.
You had the window unlocked, obviously.
I unfortunately did. And here's the thing that really stunk about that was I thought it was locked, but it wasn't. It's one of those ones where you flip it around, you know, on the top, it's like 2 panes, you flip it around. It wasn't all the way shut, and there was an alarm on the window, and the batteries had died in the alarm. So I felt totally safe, and like it was just complete unluck that happened.
But you didn't hear him open the window, climb through the window until he was 1.5 feet away from you.
I woke up, so there was like a weird ledge. You know, some windows have like ledges underneath that you can kind of sit on. It had one of those, and I think he thought that was the floor because I woke up to what I thought was thunder, and I think he like fell off of that ledge, not knowing the floor didn't continue. So that's why I originally woke up. Honest to God, if he hadn't done that, I may like not have woken up at all. But that's why I woke up, I think, in the first place.
That is insane. And
I can't even imagine like what that would do to me.
Thank God. I mean, Jeff, you know, works the morning shift, so it's 3 a.m. and I call him from my roommate's phone. Like, I don't even remember that conversation. I must have freaked you out pretty bad.
You were insanely calm. I think it was like you were just in shock. Probably. And like you started off with everything's fine, like in this insane. So I get a call like 30 minutes into my shift, and I'm sitting down. It's like 3:30 in the morning, and I get a call from you. No, from an unknown number because it was your roommate's phone. So I picked it up because it was 3:30 a.m. It must be important. And in this like in the calmest voice that I've ever heard, it's just, "This is Anne-Marie. Somebody broke into my room."
I don't remember any of that.
And took my phone, but everything's okay now.
Wait, you never said that in the last, but you never said he took your phone.
Yeah, he took my phone, and
yeah.
I had one of those things you like stick your like ID and stuff on the back of it, and everything.
You said that on the podcast. Like my roommates told me to shut off my
yeah.
credit card. And I'm so
My
confused.
roommate's awesome.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I woke up, I screamed, and they said they were terrified because they woke up because I was like screaming like I was in a horror film, and I felt so bad because I went and grabbed the kitchen, grabbed steak knives from the kitchen. So I run up the stairs once I went back into my room right after I woke up, and I had the knives, and I was screaming. I was like, "I'll kill you if you come back in here!" I sounded like an idiot, but I noticed my phone is gone, so I run upstairs and I'm pounding on all of my roommates' doors, and they come out 3 a.m. to me that they barely know, with 2 knives in my hands, and they were incredible. They were like hugging me and like, "Hey, we'll cancel your credit card, and let's like do like find my iPhone, remotely erase everything." So I was really lucky in that sense, but it was a terrible time otherwise. Not really a roommate story. The roommates were good in this situation, but the house was not.
Now, Jeff and Soup, they've never met each other till now.
Mm-hmm.
They both decided that this past month was the best month to move apartment. They literally both decided, this is the time to move. Jeff moved up into his new apartment, and Soup moved in with his girlfriend. So congratulations on both of you. But Soup, I've known him since my freshman year of college, so we're going on like 7-8 years now. You lived in the dorms freshman year, and I do believe you got your hat stolen.
Oh yes, I kind of forgot about that story. So my freshman year, I was living with my best friend that I grew up with all throughout grade school, high school. We went to the same high school. Kind of fell apart through high school, but towards the end we figured out like, hey, we're going to be going to the same college. You want to room together? So we decided, we're going to room together, and everything was great. Fantastic. Well, my girlfriend from high school that I had, she also went to OU. She lived a floor below me, so I would sleep down there, I don't know, pretty frequently. And he happened to fall asleep on the couch of another guy 2 rooms down. And I guess he left our room unlocked, or I left it unlocked. I don't know who left it unlocked, who was the last to leave. I don't know. But yeah, I had like 15 hats stolen. What else was taken? It was like $1,200 worth of stuff.
Yeah, but your hats were unique because did they have your initials on them?
No. I didn't have my initials on them, but I had I was kind of like growing a collection of the MLB hats and like the on-field collection, and that was pretty devastating to lose all those hats. They didn't take all the hats. They didn't take any of my. I had. Sorry, what was that, Jeff?
Oh, sorry, you'd cut out there.
Okay, sorry. What were we saying?
Oh, I was just so these are like pricey hats. Like these are worth a lot.
I mean, it's like $35, $40 a hat. I think it came out to like almost $600 worth of hats when you have that many. So
I don't think I've ever had that much, value put into a hat. I'll spend maybe like $2 on a thrift store hat. So like that's a lot for me.
Right. Yeah. No, I would get them gifted for like a lot of Christmases. I would get hats. Like one aunt would be like, "What kind of hat you want this year?" Like just knowing like that's what I was going to ask for. Mm-hmm. So like, it's just I had a different hat. I wasn't necessarily like into all of those teams, but I was just like kind of like I said, growing a collection. And someone came in. I can't remember what all they took. They didn't take it. Oh, they didn't take any of my watches. Actually, I had pairs of Oakley sunglasses. They didn't take any of those. Like it was kind of like they were selecting exactly what they wanted. Like it just happened they had the same size head as me. Like I don't know. It was kind of weird. They left like my straw like cowboy hat that I would wear at like festivals and stuff, and they left actually a hat that said R.I.P. And someone's name on it. So I was thankful for that, I guess. So I don't know, but yeah, no, they didn't take any of my roommate's stuff though, and and I'm not suspicious of that at all, because I don't think that those were lined up, because like I would have known at some point, because like me and him are still close, like we're still really good friends. We talk every week, every couple of days probably. So like
you said the nicer stuff,
huh?
You said the nicer stuff.
Yeah, no, man. I just wish he would give me back my stuff. That's all.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a situation where someone has robbed you of anything?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
You had your bike.
Oh yeah. I had my bike down. It was locked up my freshman year. In my dorm, we had these outside bike racks, and. I kept it locked up down there for the majority of the time I spent there, because like I'd ride it every once in a while, like at the beginning of the semester, but once it got into winter, obviously you just kind of keep it locked there. And I think it was like I went home for winter break and I forgot that I had it locked up there, and I came back, and to my surprise, it was fine. It was right there. But like, so I just kept it there, and then I think like 2 more weeks after that, one day I just noticed my bike's not there.
No.
And I just kind of like I paced up and down like all the locks, like maybe I put it somewhere else. It's been a while since I looked at it. It's been the whole winter. And nope, it's just not here.
You had good memories on that bike. That was the bike you got hit by a car on, right?
Yeah, that is the bike I got hit by a car on. I did take it. I took it down Neal Avenue in Columbus, and I rode my bike all the way to Ohio State from Capital University, and came down Neal, crossed the street, and got T-boned by a car. But that's a loose detail. But yeah, this bike, they never found it. I reported it to campus police, but they ended up just taking the report, and they said like the weirdest thing is that they told me, we think we might know who it is. There's this guy, he just got out of prison for stealing bikes.
Oh. It's a sad thing to go for.
Yeah, so we're like, oh, okay, cool. So, let me know if you find it. They never talked to me ever again. So,
nice.
Here I am. I bought a new bike. Never heard that. I I think 3 months after that, my friend found my bike lock cut up in a bush right next to it. So, I don't store my bike outside anymore. That's no matter how good of a lock you have,
And Anne-Marie, you were talking about how you had other stories that we didn't get to last time.
Yeah.
You want to just pick one of those out and go from
Oh
there?
gosh. I mentioned before the podcast we were talking, I had a really weird childhood. We moved around a lot. We lived with some different people, my dad and I don't talk to my dad anymore, kind of estranged from the family because he made some poor decisions. But I have one memory that I think I kind of buried for good reason from my childhood. We lived with this woman. It was a normal, like, one family house, but she lived in the upstairs part and we lived in the downstairs part. And I don't remember the details exactly. Honest to God, I probably blocked most of them out. So heavier set woman, and she didn't work. Like, she didn't go to a job or anything, didn't go out. So I was 9 or 10. I don't really remember a lot of the details, but I remember thinking it was weird how she never left. Anyways, long story short, one time my dad and I went upstairs to go ask her something, and she was in some very nice lingerie, and she had a webcam on, and that was her line of work. Was she made some videos for gentlemen on
girl.
Yes.
Those are making bank right now.
Yeah.
Working from home. Talk about it. Yeah.
This was the pre OnlyFans days, though, so she was working hard, I'm sure.
So she was on like things like Chatterbait.
Childhood memories. So, but she was, I think, technically a roommate because she did live with us. So that's a weird one that sticks out for sure.
Yeah. Now, Soup, you have never lived with a girl before, have you? Before this?
No, I have not. Okay. My mom, if that counts.
Yeah. All right, let's go with some crazy stories from you. I know you got them lined up.
Oh man, I really think I just have to give like an intro to this character, like how I met him, and then just dive into some. So so my sophomore year, I was supposed to be living in Bromley. Now Bromley at Ohio University, if you're not from there, it's like a 9-story dorm. It's like the tallest one. It's unique to the fact of it's only one of a few on campus that have like bathrooms that meet in the middle of two dorms. Otherwise, it's like community bathrooms for like the floor. The guys have like 2 bathrooms.
It's an old hotel. That's what the layout's like that.
Oh, interesting.
But go ahead.
So the bathroom was dead set in the middle between 2 rooms, and you had 2 people. Usually, you had 2 people, and then you had another 2 people on the other side. Well, I was set up to be in the 8th floor, in a room with some people I had never met before, but I wanted to be put into a room that one of the group of friends that I made friends with, they had a friend who was actually transferring out. So there's going to be an open spot. I contacted everybody in the office. They said, yeah, great. Once he moves out, we'll just slide you right in. No problem, because we're still going to have a spot open in that building. I said, great. No problem. So came and went, never happened. I'm like, wow, great. So then I had to figure out who they put in that. So they told me who was in that room because my roommates could see like what his name was. And so then I went searching on Twitter of all things. So I found him on Twitter, and I'm like, hey, by chance, like, are you transferring into Ohio University? And he goes, oh yeah. Great. Well, actually, if you could move out of that room and into my room, great. And it was hard. It was a hard sell at first. It took a few weeks for him to do it, but like right before the semester started, he did it. I moved in with my friends. He lived on literally the floor below. I said, hey, you know what? I'll take. He goes, you got to take me out. I said, yeah, no worries. I'll show you the rounds. Like, I've got. I don't want to be. I don't want to toot my horn, but I've got some friends, So, so I wanted to, I just, and he's like, okay, like, I want to, like, he goes, are you? Yeah, I went through the DMs earlier today. He's like, are you in frat life? I said, no, I'm not in frat life, but like, I know people who are, so like, I don't know what you're trying to get into, but anyways, he found his way, like after about like, 2-3 weeks, found his way into a frat. Nothing against him, like whatever. But I never knew the character. I didn't really get to know him. But like, it was like on a Wednesday night, we'd be like hanging out in the dorms, and he's like, "So like, what are we gonna do?" We're like, man, this is a small college town. Like, there's not much to do. It's like, we can go out to the bars if you got a fake, but if you don't got a fake, you're not getting in. So, I mean, you're just kind of sitting around. He goes, oh, "This is boring," and I'm like, "I'm sorry. Like, this is what you signed up for. Like, you should have taken a tour here before you came here." He just like read a billboard of like best party schools in the nation, saw what was on top, and there he was. So that's how he picked his school. But basically like 4 weeks after I had initially met him in person, we had to like start looking for other places for our following year, our junior year. So our junior year, we're looking at 3-bedroom places, the other 3 guys that I'm living with. So shout out to them, Bugs and AJ. We couldn't find 3-bedroom places, but there was a 4-bedroom. We're like, oh man, we really like this place. Let's ask Eric. So we signed a lease with him. Really, like I said, not knowing him for only like a month for the following year. Well, we find out like that all sophomore year that he is like a real POS. Like you'll wait, but I've got a whole nother year that I'm like guaranteed with this kid. So, basically, like when we move in together after sophomore year in the summer, he moved in early. So he moved in during the summer and lived there in the summer. I don't know if he just didn't want to go home or if he was taking classes. I really, really don't know. But his girlfriend at the time, she also was living there in the summer. Well, she had a dog, and then the dog would come over. I mean, I didn't know this, but like dog would come over, sleep there, like literally made the bathroom, my bathroom, because how my house was set up, 3 bedrooms on the upstairs, 1 on the downstairs. My room had a bathroom on the downstairs. He just like caged that dog in the bathroom. It was the saddest thing when I came in and saw that bathroom for the first time. Like, because I came in there one time during the summer, July 4th, and I'll never forget coming in there, like looking in that bathroom, so disappointed, like wet clothes in the shower, like just like paw marks all over the walls, all over the floors from like mud, because like you would take them outside in the rain or something and just let them go in there, shove them in there. I don't know. It just looked terrible, sad. And then I go into my room, there's nothing in there because I haven't moved all my stuff in yet, and there's like dog turds, like piles. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Really? I walked this is great. So whatever, like made him clean it up. He cleaned it up, said he was sorry, told me the dishwasher was broke, so he successfully clogged the dishwasher from stuffing trash in there. I mean, the dishwasher does not clean trash off your plate. Like, I'm sorry. Like, but it stuffed our dishwasher, broke it, whatever. We were without a dishwasher. That's okay. Mama gave me these, so that's what I used all year. But let's see, where else? So dog. Then towards the, I would say fall of our junior year, his girlfriend, they're like fighting a lot, and I can hear it. They're sometimes over her place, but she also has a roommate, so they have to fight somewhere, and they just, kind of picked our place. So they're screaming, yelling at each other, and like it's just, not like a healthy relationship. You can sense that off of people, like obviously screaming, yelling at each other, like probably more than like once ever. I don't know. I'm just making up timelines here, but no, like they were doing it like 2-3 times a week, and I'm like, this is not okay. But I thought they had separated for a while, but he just like started stalking her, and he got caught stalking her. But then like she was like kind of his girlfriend, so it was like a weird scenario where I felt like she wanted to be.
She was, yes.
So, but like she's like yes, but like no. I don't know. It was like very odd situation because like I heard it from him like, oh yeah, like we're still dating, and then like she's just like kind of like weird about it. So I don't know. I didn't know how to take that whole situation, honestly. That was just a lot. But she ended up having to get him arrested for menacing by stalking. He had to get bailed out of jail. I had no idea where he was. Like, we didn't know why he was in jail. We just knew he was arrested. I went straight to Twitter. I went #FreeRick. Like, we went straight out, and we went and we looked. I looked everywhere for this kid. I'm not joking. I did a lot for this kid. For not liking this kid, I did a lot. So like I'm literally calling all his jails. Like where is he? Like no one could tell us where he was, who arrested him. He was at like the Nelsonville like facility. So I was like, oh geez, like what did he do? Like so his parents, we had to call his parents. They're from New Jersey. They had to fly in from New Jersey to kind of bail him out. But that was like, I believe he got arrested 3 times total that junior year.
Yes.
All for the same thing?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I tried to do some research before I got on here, but I couldn't find everything. So I don't know. Some stuff just vanished. So I don't know. But he is very, 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 very real. He is not allowed in Athens. He is banned from being in Athens. He is not allowed back.
The city.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, I remember when he got kicked out. So this was living the story through Soup's eyes. Soup had a real estate class. It was either Monday or Tuesday. I'm pretty sure it was Monday. It was during Monday Night Football. On the way back to his place, he would always come back and stop at my place on Palmer on the way up. And my roommates loved it because he'd come in like, you guys got time? Because I got a story for you. And we were like, absolutely sit down. I mean, you see how he is with telling stories. He's amazing at it. So he would always tell us a story, and Adam Cohen and I would be like, what the fuck? This is so nuts. Every story would just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then he's like, yeah, he's in jail. And we're like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, he was stalking you, blah, blah, blah. And then I remember the last time he got let out. His parents drove him home. And what I was told was that the sheriff was like, do not come back to this town. Like, we do not want you here ever again. And pretty insane. Yeah.
Jeez.
So wait, did he transfer? Did he not graduate? Like,
it's not to my knowledge that he graduated. Definitely not from OU. Definitely not OU. No.
Not at OU. Yeah. He transferred into a school too, which was unique.
He transferred from, I believe, a D2 or D3 school, and he was going to play soccer there, but then he said it was a lot of politics involved, so he wasn't playing. Huh?
It was Buffalo State.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Because he told me Buffalo, and I was like, oh, the MAC, like that's a big school to play soccer at. Like, good for you, Division One.
No. Buff State.
Not at all. Buffalo State.
Buff State is a joke.
I don't know anything about the school. But no, I mean, you got to tell the story though about when Michelle was throwing snowballs. Like, didn't she wake you up?
What?
Do you remember this? Soup?
Sorry, what?
When she was throwing snowballs, you were like,
yes. I was sleeping, and someone was throwing snowballs at my window to go. It was Eric Cohen's girlfriend. She was throwing snowballs at my window to go let her in the door because I guess she couldn't throw it to his windows because they were too high up. So
she's screaming, like, "Let me in!"
Oh yeah, she thought it was. She could have honestly thought it was his room, but like one accidentally, like she didn't get it high enough and hit mine. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, sorry, excuse my language.
You're allowed to cuss. You're on Facebook.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know. So I was like, what's going on? And so I let her in. Oh boy, I was wrong move for his sake at least, but I didn't really care at that point. Another story that I have of him is he took so he didn't have a car on campus, but honestly with Athens you didn't really need one unless you wanted to go get groceries from Walmart, but honestly you probably knew someone who had a car that you could either go with them or you could borrow their car. So he didn't have one, but he came back from the bars one night. We didn't know this until the next day when my roommate was looking at his card transactions. He's like, I have a copy of something from 3:30 a.m. from a gas station. It was like $7 worth of stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was in his car. So then we're like, wait, what's going on here? So we figured out that Eric took his roommate's car drunk, blacked, drove it to the gas station, and came home, put the keys in a different spot. So my roommate knew, like, oh, they're not in the spot that I usually put them in or where I left them. And so he got chewed out for that. I was absolutely bonkers.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, and he took my roommate's debit card and used his debit card. So he not only drove his car drunk to the gas station, but he's like, nice, got your debit card too. Thanks for the snacks, because I don't think he had very, very long story, like I said, with this guy. But like I said, when he moved in the summer, he had to put all the utilities in his name because none of us were moved in. We're like, why would we want to, turn the internet on right away if we're not living there? Like, and he's just like, well, I have to live here. I'm like, oh, that's on you. So he turned everything on in his name, and he would take all the money, and we would give him cash for the utility bills, and he'd take it and go to the bars, or just spend it on whatever, his food or whatever. So his parents had to, came to us like, hey, like Eric says he owes all these bills and stuff, and you guys didn't pay him. We're like, yeah, BS. Like, we paid him. Yeah, so that's all on him, but I know who's going to be paying it, so it's all on you. So they paid every bill. It was like $600, like in electric, and it was like 3 months in Spectrum. Yeah, I mean, crazy. I mean, like I said, this kid's just like, he's just like just a liar. Just like can't, like, will tell you literally anything you want to hear, just for you to like shut up or something, like get you off his case about anything. Like,
Anne-Marie, you've had a lot of roommates in your life.
Yeah.
You've had any like pathological liars?
Nothing like that. Although my freshman year college roommate was pretty bad. I don't know. Okay, so did you say that guy was from New Jersey?
Yep.
Must be something about Jersey, because she was from New Jersey. She was like a rich kid. Like, she would every summer go and visit her best friend who lived in Saudi Arabia because her parents were oil typhoons. Like, she was like rich. But she was also like, she would steal stuff from me. And I think I might have mentioned this on the last podcast. She stole like 10 pounds of my clothing at the end of the year.
You mentioned you said that you had to press charges against her or something like that.
I didn't have to press charges, but I went to my RA and I was like, look, like, you know that this girl's she had been a problem resident all year, but I was missing, like, she took all of my pants. I had no pants left, and it was spring at Ohio State. She moved out early, so it was still kind of cold. So I was walking around in shorts, freezing my ass off. But she took a bunch of stuff from me. She stole food from me. but it was weird. Like, it was definitely some sort of weird psychological thing because she was rich. She had money. She would order from Amazon. She would order boxes of Voss water, which I don't even know how expensive it is to order Voss water because she didn't want to drink the dorm water. She was just another level. But honestly, nothing that crazy. I think the worst thing she did was one night she got blackout drunk. She was in a sorority on campus that nobody really likes. She got blackout drunk and a different night she brought her TA back to the dorm. That's a different story. That was bad. But this night she came back and she just puked everywhere. She puked on the floor. She puked on her desk and she puked in her garbage can. And somehow I slept through it and I woke up to this awful smell and she left it all day. And I had to text her and I was like, dude, first of all, it's disgusting, but also like, that's like a health, it's a biohazard. That's disgusting. And that was the worst thing she ever did. Like, I could not imagine like the dog shit everywhere and trashing. Fortunately, she stayed on her side of the room with the crazy, but like, oh my God, that was bad. Thank God it wasn't that bad because that's crazy.
So we're here on the Untitled podcast right now. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, if you listen to us, we taped this already, but I got Anne-Marie Crawmer back on for the second time.
Crawmer.
I say Crawler. I'm sorry, Crawmer. I know it's Crawmer.
It's all good. That's what autocorrect usually changes it to. So
Crawler.
Yeah.
Crawmer. Soup Campbell, my best friend, is on with us as well. We're talking about Bad Roommates Part 2. So I've been living by myself for the 3 months before I came down here. Mm-hmm. And then living with my parents for the last year and a half. Jeff and Soup both decided to move out and get a new place during the pandemic, which you guys can tell your kids all about, which is the craziest thing in the world. Yeah. But I'm living here with my parents again, with my sister. Parents being your roommates are the worst. Oh my God. It's like a childhood all over again.
Especially when you're in your 20s. You just...
He's having the time of his life.
I was looking at apartments earlier today. I was getting so psyched up.
What are you, Bobby? Like 20, 24, 25?
25 years old, turning 26 in exactly a month.
Your mom's yelling at you from the other room while you're trying to do your podcast.
It sucks. Oh my God. I just
no.
like everything my way, and it's just not here. And I'm like, oh, and so I try to buy things to be nice. Like, I've been ordering nonstop on Amazon Prime. And then she's just bitching at me. Like, this isn't your house. I'm like, I'm helping. Like, if you go to a person's bathroom in an apartment or a house, most likely if a guy's living there, they're going to have the toilet rug. Am I right? You know what I'm talking about? Like the nice rug, the U rug that goes underneath the toilet.
I've never had a toilet rug.
Oh my God, you are not living then.
Yeah,
I have a bath rug. Like I have like a rug like by the bath and the toilet, but I don't have.
Same thing. It's a rug, but I'll send you a snap after this, Jeff. Soup knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I know
they have one in their bathroom, but the other two bathrooms they don't. And I'm like,
on your own.
I need to have a rug here. My feet like to have carpet, and I bought 2 of them for the house and got the color coordinates to match the color of the bathrooms. And she started yelling at me. I was like, I'm helping the house. Oh my God!
Hearing you say that your feet need carpet in a bathroom just kind of gave me the chills, honestly.
I gotta be comfortable.
How the hell am I supposed to pee on hard floor? On hard floor, you expect me to pee with cold feet?
Jeff, Jeff, you live in Ohio, like especially in the cold. Like when you get up at night, you're walking on the hard floor. Being diabetic, I'm super sensitive. So
there you go.
Floors underneath me. I'm like, this wakes me up. I don't want to be like waking up in the middle of the night.
Hey, I got a great solution for you. Ready? Socks.
I'm not wearing socks in bed, dude.
Why the hell is you wearing socks to bed? It's literally the most comfortable way to go to bed.
I'm completely naked when I go to bed.
That's
how I am. Just how I am.
Just put socks on. Just naked socks.
Okay, yeah, my feet get so hot. Anyways, my dad's birthday last week, okay?
Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry.
It was during the, you were not, last podcast. We had it right on the podcast. So as you can see behind me, we've got artwork. The whole house is decorated. My dad's birthday comes around. I ordered this piece of artwork early April. Obviously, the coronavirus happened, and they had to delay the delivery, like almost 3 weeks. And I was like, this is going to suck if it's late. It came 1 day late, so I wasn't that mad. I got him this nice piece of artwork, old school gangster photo that's matted, framed. It cost a lot of money. It had Tony Montana, Frank Lucas. It had De Niro. I think my sister's about to grab it right here. She might grab it we might show it off if you're watching on Facebook Live. It is one of the nicest pieces of artwork that I have ever bought. And I was like, we're going to hang this up. He's going to love it. These are his favorite movies. We're actually going to bring it in. Watch yourself. Come in.
Oh, there it is.
How nice this is.
That's cool.
We got The Godfather, Goodfellas, Up Around, Scarface, and Frank Lucas. Thank you.
And my mom loses her shit. This is my house. This isn't hanging up. I'm like, there is literally 200 pieces of art around the house. We can literally make room for that. Oh my God. So I'm looking for 2-bedroom apartments right now and just myself. But I haven't had a really bad roommate story in like a couple of years just because I had them early on in college. Soup did too. And I was like, forget that noise. Jeff, can you say any stories right now since you're out and not living with your old roommates?
I don't know if I have any stories besides the just normal annoying roommate things. I think the only things that really, like, the only recurring things that I noticed about my roommates is that they just never did the goddamn dishes, like once. And like, so when we all moved in together, we just said we'd do our own dishes. Like, nobody's like on dish duty for a week. So like, I always, I did my dishes and put them in the rack, and then when they were dry, I put them away.
So you're sounding screwing up again, just let you know.
All right, 1 second.
Hold on.
I think the concern he's talking about is they never set a time frame for doing those dishes.
No, is it better?
No, worse. I'm glad it's not me because I always get worried that I'm telling him it's bad and no one else can hear that.
No.
Guys, you got to realize we're on Facebook Live for the fourth or sixth time podcast wise. We're getting the kicks out. Go ahead, Jeff.
Better.
Nope.
No.
Somebody else talk then.
All right, we're talking. Go ahead, Anne-Marie.
He had his 2 roommates. They said they would do their own dishes, but they never agreed on a time frame. And I know Jeff won't blast our friend Nick, but I will. I love him to death, but I will. Honest to God, I would see him go like a week and a half without doing dishes, and the food would stink and it would rot. And like, it wasn't like a few plates. We're talking about like, it was like a 2-basin dish sink. And the entire left basin would be full, like pans. It was just gross, like hygiene. Ugh. Not a fan.
Yeah, so when I moved in with my roommates my junior year, so what I did was I literally I was petty, okay. So I had 1 spoon, 1 fork, 1 plate, 1 bowl, 1 pan, like literally just one of like everything that I could find. Like literally just took them from home. Sorry, Mom. But literally just took them from home. Literally just, like I was like, okay, I need this because I'm like, okay, this is, I looked at everybody. I said, look, these are mine. Do not touch these. These are mine. You guys can have all the other plates. I don't care about your plates. These are my plates. So I had like literally, we had so many cabinets at our house, and a certain amount of cabinets for like a college house, especially like when half the time my roommates are eating off paper plates or napkins or like off their hands. So like it didn't even matter plates. Then we had all these cabinet space. So I had my own whole just like cabinet to myself. This is where I put my stuff, and they would always have the sink and everything was full. It was gross. Obviously, our dishwasher didn't work because our one roommate broke it. So, like I said, Mom, you had to use what Mama gave you, and but no, that was like one rough thing. But like, and funny story, one of my other roommates, his parents were coming into town, and the sink was like really full, and he was looking for help to do the dishes, and I'm like, you're not gonna find it here, I'll tell you that. Because I'm like, no, like I'm like, literally, none of those are mine. I am sorry, but like, that's not mine. I'm not doing those dishes when I do my dishes every time. I'm not doing someone else's dishes. He's like, please, no one else is here. I'm like, dude, like, it's not hard to like do your own dishes after you do them. Literally, I'll get done eating. I'm like, dishes time. Let's do it. So I had them ready to go. I didn't wait. I didn't leave them there. Literally, I get done eating and I do my dishes.
That's what I always do. I got yelled at this week because I cooked eggs, put the pan into the sink. My dad's like, why don't you do the dishes? I'm like, because I haven't done my dishes yet. I'm still eating. Once I get done with this, I will go to the sink and do the dishes. And he fucking yelled at me. I was like, what is going on? Like, you have other pans you can use. If you put it in there, I will clean it after I get done with mine.
Bobby, you are back in high school.
Horrible, man. It's ridiculous. I got my bedtime. I got to go to bed before 10.
So, and I hope to God my mic's better right now, but
yeah, good.
Good. So yeah, just in the past 3 weeks or something, I moved into this place by myself, completely.
How awesome, though?
What?
How awesome is it right now?
It is so amazing. I got up and I did every single thing I wanted to do with absolutely no concern today. Made meals whenever I wanted. No noise. Great. Just awesome. I cleaned and like nobody was in my way. I played video games for like 5 hours. Not a problem. My parents were wonderful enough to help me move this past week in the midst of all of this. We got a U-Haul and we came down here and everything. And, it took a couple days, but at the end of it, I now have a fully furnished one-bedroom apartment. It is nice and cozy here in Columbus, but yeah, I'm feeling it, and I'm definitely enjoying the solitude. I feel like just roommates, growing up as an only child, roommates just haven't been anything I've ever been accustomed to. My first 2 years of college, I didn't have a roommate. That was just honestly by luck. In my third year, I had 2 housemates. I had a bedroom to myself. I had 2 housemates that were like fine. But like, this is the life. This is
no, I'm with you 100%. When I went freshman year, my roommate Tobin Gelman, Soup knows him very well. It was a struggle at times just because it was the first time living away from home, getting used to somebody who was the exact opposite of me, living wise 180. So sophomore year, I was really like, I need to get a good roommate. Sam Gar was my roommate, my knight in shining armor. And it was great living with Sam. Sam and I, we were great. Then I lived with Adam, Ty, and Matt, which was kind of a struggle, but Adam was my boy. And then after that couple of years, I came back home and had just Lou. But after Lou left, it was just me. But I think living by yourself for now, I mean, Jeff, you think you're to live by yourself for a while until Anne-Marie decides to move in?
Yeah, I think I'm going to live by myself probably until I live with Anne-Marie. So.
And now, Sue, what about you? Are you nervous?
So, I kind of got someone was talking about like decorating and stuff. Oh yeah, Bobby, you're talking about like decorating the walls. And stuff. Okay, I have to keep it down because my girlfriend's in the other room. Okay, but so basically, she decorates the entire upstairs. So like we've got a living area, we've got like a nice little dining area. a kitchen, bathroom. She's got it all, and she actually did a fantastic job. So if you're looking for an interior designer on the side, she does side work. So, but no, awesome. I have a room to myself. This is not it. This is the bedroom. We're in kind of like a 1-bedroom, but it was kind of like we have a 1-bedroom plus a loft. So I have the loft area. Kind of have it set up as a game room. But she said I could put anything I want down there. So I'm gonna go get all my old Playboy magazines and start cutting out pictures. But, oh, she would hate me. It's gonna be the guest room when we have guests come over, because we're gonna get a bed for down there. But right now it's the game room for sure.
But are you nervous? Are you guys sharing a bathroom?
But yeah, so no hiccups so far.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're sharing a bathroom and everything's going fine. I got no problems. We're both very neat, organized, tidy, clean. So everything's going well so far. I left a popsicle, one of those frozen, the classic, you freeze them, flavored ice popsicle.
The plastic wraps.
Yes. So I literally left that on the couch the other night on accident. I was actually looking for it when I got up, go to bed, and then I was like, oh, couldn't find it.
So,
left it.
Brad, go ahead.
I got yelled at for that, but that was it.
I was gonna say, did you grow up with sisters, or I don't know if maybe your mom had long hair, but one of the things, I lived with Jeff for about a month. After that break-in, I had a weird transition. I couldn't live in that house, but I didn't move into my new place yet. So I lived with Jeff for a month. He very graciously let me move into his apartment. And I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, the number one pet peeve he had was I shed. My hair goes everywhere. Have you noticed that, living with your girlfriend, just hair everywhere?
So I've had, not to brag, but I've had some girlfriends before. So, but I do not have any sisters. No sisters. I do have mom. Yeah, thankfully I still have my mom. But no sisters. But I've had some girlfriends, and my girlfriend is actually pretty good. We do have a dog, so there's small, very small hairs that are just all over the place. So that's what I see when I look around. I don't see her hairs, but I will say I have found some long hairs in some strange places, from all different walks of people. I don't know where how did that get there? It was a Tuesday afternoon, and I was like, where? So I don't know. It will come out the pocket. I'll pull out my keys, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. But I'll go to the shower, and I'll be like, what? How did? Okay.
I know, because I know Jeff's wonderful mother doesn't have long hair. I think he kind of has a family of short hair, and he moved into his new apartment. I have not been in Columbus in a few months. I moved out when Rona hit, but he moves into his new apartment. I have not yet been there, and he calls me and he says, how? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I just found some of your hair in my new apartment. What is happening?
It's very distinct because it's long red hair, and I mean it's already attached to my stuff, so
you'll never get away, Jeff. You'll never
get
away.
No.
Never.
No, that's true though. I mean, my sister and I now share a bathroom, and it was last week, I was noticing when we were showering, I was like, man, it is getting clogged. Oh, what the fuck? Soup and I and Jeff, we have some nice hair. It's Jeff's flowing it out a little bit. Soup's hiding it under his hat. You can see my mullet right now, but we don't have long hair like Anne-Marie, and my sister has long hair. And I was like, the shower's getting clogged. What the hell is going on? And she even told my dad, and he unclogged it last week. But Lily just pulled out all this hair. I'm like, God, man, this is going to be every month kind of situation, because if you want your shower to work, that's how it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Quick poll for the group. I think Jeff should try a man bun. I think it's quarantine. I think desperate times call for desperate measures.
Oh wait, Soup even said he was growing the man bun out, weren't you?
So I was my girlfriend successfully made put my hair into a sprout. So like I've still got all my hair on the sides, and like it'll stay down the back, but like just like it was
It's
actually
a little tiny little poof.
Well, he used to go out. I've got some great screenshots of Soup because he had some flow before. But the people watching, they get the sneak peek of your wig.
For Halloween one year I was Post Malone and
no, not that one. Oh yeah, but you tell that story. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this was kind of like when like Post Malone was kind of getting popping. So like what was White Iverson? Everybody knows and remembers White Iverson. That was the first song Post Malone had. Well, like right after that song came out, like Halloween at OU, that was their big thing. I was gonna be That's beautiful. Wow, no,
the entire photo shoot.
Oh yes. Work it.
That was back in 2015. Going back to Post Malone.
Okay, so yeah, Post Malone. I ended up getting cornrows done, and let me see if I can pull up that picture real quick and show you guys because I was pretty impressed. A lot of people were like, "Yo, what? That's you?" And I'm like,
"It was identical." I got you right here.
Okay, you got it.
Jeff, I'm visiting Jeff.
Here we go. So this is side by side.
He's on the right side.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's
it was
good.
solid. He got the Rolos, like the candy, and made that into like a grill. It was money.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that was a fun. My dad's like, "Are you gonna keep it?" I'm like, my dad's kind of like very old school, and I'm like, "No, absolutely not. I'm taking it out right away." And he's like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna bring it home, and I was gonna get to see it." I was like, "Yeah, no." I was scared.
All right, we're going on an hour. So, Anne-Marie or Soup, you want to guys say your last things before we sign off? We should definitely do another part 3 because I know I got more stories too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't get to the my last story, but we'll save that. There'll be another time for that. But no, I hope everyone's being safe. Thank you to all the healthcare workers out there, even people who are going through school to be registered nurses or nurses, med school, anything like that. You guys are still doing your part, so thank you for that, all your time, effort, and risking your lives for this. So I appreciate that. That's really it.
Yeah. Ditto to that. And my current roommate right now is my mom, and she does all of my dishes. So, Mom, if you're watching this, thank you, and I'm so sorry.
That's what mothers are for, though. I'm going to piggyback off Soup. Everyone out there that is essential, thank you. Soup's job's essential. He's been out in the workforce. He thought he almost got sick. Luckily, nothing happened. Jeff, also out and about, risking his day to put the real news on the TV networks.
The real news.
4 mornings out of the week. So
That's
thank you guys to everyone else out there. Jeff, actually, I got to do sponsors before you sign off. Go check out our sponsors, ChaseandTailAdventure.com or their Instagram page. They will follow you back. If they don't, hit me up and I will yell at them. Chase and Tail Adventure. If you catch a fish, if you shoot an animal, if you do anything in the wild, take a picture, tag them. They will repost it, I promise you. And Elevate Cryotherapy and Wellness on 5th Avenue and Grandview. Check them out, elevatecryoandwellness.com. Use the promo code Untitled on both their websites to receive 20% off. Jeff, I think you got some stuff to say.
I got a few things. We can go to untitledpodcastoh@gmail.com. Shoot us an email if you want to talk about a podcast topic, a previous topic, suggest a new one, or even want to be on the podcast. You can reach out to us there. We're always willing to talk to you guys. If you want to find us on Twitter, you can find us at Untitled Bros. We might tweet. Maybe you want to start that engagement first, and then who knows? We will respond.
We've got like 4 tweets total.
We got tweets. I get notifications every day that maybe I should tweet more. So Twitter's even getting on me for that. Next, you can listen to this podcast pretty much anywhere that you find podcasts. You can find this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Facebook Live, SoundCloud,
YouTube.
We are on YouTube. I need to resolve a issue with our last podcast on YouTube, but
because of music.
no, it's not because of the music. It's because of YouTube. Google's just a beast to deal with. So this and the last podcast will be up on YouTube shortly, within the day. And yeah, Bobby.
Guys, thank you so much, Anne-Marie Crawmer, Sue Campbell, Jeff Webb, Bobby Levine. And it's cool. We have Cincinnati, Ohio. We've got Columbus, Ohio. We've got Cleveland, Ohio.
Best one.
The best one's for last. St. Pete Beach, Florida, baby.
Yeah, born and raised. Are you right? Yeah.
Born and raised. I think you guys are getting snow too later tonight or tomorrow night, which sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's what my buddy says. He says we should get snow into Friday. So.
Yeah, buddy's on weather on the ones. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back same time, 8 o'clock on Thursday next week. Jeff and I will be back. Love you all, and play some music.